What does the Bible say about judgment? Some Christians say you shouldn't judge anyone because God doesn't want you to. And they'll quote this verse, Matthew 7, where Jesus says, "Do not judge others and you will not be judged." But in other places, like John 7, Jesus says, "Do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment." Another scripture in Corinthians says that we're supposed to be judges inside of the church. We're supposed to judge those who are in the church. In the law of Moses, it talks about judging your neighbor rightly. So when Christians use Matthew 7, where Jesus says, "Do not judge others and you'll be not judged," what they're doing is they're taking that verse out of its context and using it so they can still live in their sin and not feel judgment from other Christians. But if you look at this in context, what Jesus is speaking against is don't judge others if you're living in sin yourself. He says in verse 3, "Why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? How can you think of saying to your friend, 'Let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye,' when you can't see the log in your own eye? Hypocrite, get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye." So Jesus is saying that we can deal with the speck in others' eyes as long as there's not a huge area of sin, a huge log in our eye. We are allowed to correct our brothers. In fact, in the book of Proverbs, it says that a true friend rebukes and corrects his other friends when he sees them doing the wrong things. So judging others is not a bad thing. Obviously, we can't judge others' eternal destiny. That's only God's job, and we can't judge others' motives because only God knows their heart, but we can make judgments about people based on the way they act, and that's right to do because we're supposed to walk in prudence and discernment. So people that say don't judge me and use that as an excuse to live any way they want to, they're misunderstanding what Jesus means. But the lesson that Jesus is trying to teach is don't judge others if you're not willing to live rightly yourself. Romans 2 also talks about the one who's teaching the law and he's judging everyone else, but he's not practicing what he preaches. And that person stands condemned before God for telling people what to do but not doing it himself.